in terms of shalom, I'll just give one example from Joshua. In the story, if you look at the battles that Israel fights that are summarized like in chapters 10 and 11 of Joshua, there's a major northern campaign, a major southern campaign, and all of their campaigns and their battles are against walled cities. Sound like a mundane detail. You think like, well, isn't every town and city walled? Well, no, they weren't. There were a lot of outlying villages that are unwalled. Israel doesn't make war against those unwalled cities.
Yeah.
And those walled cities were at that time, historically, outposts of the Egyptian Empire, controlled by Egypt, more or less. They were losing their grip on Canaan, but it was, sort of old Egyptian imperial outposts that were manned by these warlords, Canaanite warlords, who were in the employ of Egypt. And so the book of Joshua really shows Israel going in and dismantling this network of Egyptian-controlled walled cities with these warlords. And I have two other W's. And there's also an emphasis in the book on decommissioning weapons of the Canaanites, namely chariots and horses, which are like WMDs in the ancient world, weapons of mass destruction, that actually existed, as I said. And then also the sort of imperial wealth that's symbolized in, Achan takes from the wealth of Jericho, which is described as imperial wealth in that case. So you've got this demolition job on warlords, walled cities, weapons, and wealth, which are all the kind of symbols of empire. And then a vision of Israel without a king settling in between all those walled cities, not in them. And so I think in many ways the book is casting a vision of a counterculture to the imperial system that Israel is finally getting out from under. This is really, Joshua is really Exodus part 2.